Hey everyone, it's Martin, and we're getting ready to install a wood stove. You can see it in here. And most of the installation of a wood stove has to do with putting a chimney in. And so we're doing that. And we've got a lot of parts over here. As we start putting them up, you'll see them, and I'll explain what they're all about. But first thing we got to do, which is the nerve-wracking part, is cut a hole in the roof, which I've done this several times at different places that we've owned. But if you look up here, I've peeled the insulation back. We have vent cavities up there to keep the roof vented. But I peeled the insulation back, cut the roof cavity out of there, or the vent cavity, and getting ready to mark the hole that needs to go up through. And what we've got is, the first thing that goes up in there is this box. And this box makes the transition between the stovepipe down here and the chimney pieces out there. The stovepipe down here is just single wall chimney, but once you get to the outside, it's a double wall insulated chimney. And there's an adapter that goes in between the two that this box fits down on top of. So that's the first thing we're going to do, is mark the area where I'm going to be cutting the hole up through there. Then we'll kind of clean that up and get the flange ready on the outside, and then start putting all this together. By the way, if you could, go to below the video here and click the subscribe button and the notification bell. Okay, so I've got this marked according to, the stove has to fit 14 inches away from the wall, and the stovepipe is 22 inches away from the wall. So that means that box is going to have to go right here. And so to get an idea on the outside where that needs to be, I'm just going to run some screws right up through the roof. On those lines, which I hate doing that. It's like intentionally putting holes in your roof. But that's how I'm going to go about finding them out there. And when I get out there, I'll know that I've got to take those two screws and cut back towards the front of the cabin a 12 by 12 area. Okay, so that's what we're going to do next. So here's the screw and there's the other screw, so I know that this square needs to be cut here 12 inches over and 12 inches that way. And so the first thing I'm going to do is just go ahead and remove the shingles right around that immediate spot. Now I'm going to have to cut some of them out a little farther eventually so that this will fit. But for now, I'm just going to kind of expose the square of where that box needs to be.
Here it comes.
Who's that? Slide it up. Alright, whoa, 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 whoa. Down, down, it's gotta go down. Down, 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 down. Right about in here somewhere is where it needs to go.
Okay.
Okay, we need 22 inches of straight pipe here, so I'm just getting ready to cut part of it off. Right now, we've got the stovepipe setting on there, so it goes up to the box. And right now, nothing is a real tight fit up there. We've just got it lined up to make sure it's all level. And that box will get secured. And then we'll go up there and let it set down tight onto the stovepipe and install the flange next. But from the inside, that's what it's looking like.
Go.
Okay, we've got the box in here. I've got it setting kind of just a little bit on the stovepipe. I'm going to let it settle down on there by taking these couple of screws out. There, it dropped right down on it the way I wanted it to. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to put a couple of screws into the side, right into the rafter, which will hold this side in place. You might know my battery is about dead too. That's the way it always works. Okay, there's that.
Okay.
The box is put in. I still have to go down and secure it down on from the bottom side with a couple of screws, but other than that, the box is in place. Right now, I've got the flange set to slide up underneath the shingles here, lay out over top of the shingles down below it, and it will slide up and fit. I can't really set it permanently until we drop the first piece of chimney down in there, so we can make sure to get that set the way it, in the position it needs to be. Where it goes is right, and I've pulled nails out from underneath the shingles there, so this will slide up in there. And that is roughly where it needs to be. I still have to go down and drop a chimney section in here just to make sure exactly where that needs to be, and I think we'll go ahead and do that right now. So here we are ready to put our first, this is still loose. We don't know if we need to shift it back and forth or up and down yet to line up with the stovepipe down below. And this does have a locking grooves in it, so that when we get it down in it, we'll turn it a little bit and it will lock. All right, you ready? There, fit. And there's locked. Okay, here goes the second piece. Alright, that's locked. Alright. That's it.
That's it, huh?
Okay, here's Shelly getting ready to put the cap on.
Finishing touch. There we go.
Twist on okay?
Yep, it's fine.
Okay. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a like and a share, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and the notification bell. See you next time.